Twinkle TV.
The Crow and the Necklace. Once upon a time, there was a huge tree on the outskirts of a small village. The tree was home to a pair of crows. One day, a snake came to live in the hole at the bottom of the tree. The crows were not happy at the arrival of the snake, but they could do nothing. After a few days, the female crow laid some eggs. When the crows went out in search of food, the snake crawled up the tree and ate up the eggs. When the crows came back, they could not locate the eggs. The crow couple were deeply grieved at their loss. After a few months, the female crow laid some more eggs. This time, they were afraid to leave the nest, so they stayed there as long as they could. Eventually, they needed to leave to look for food. Once again, the snake climbed to the tree and ate the eggs. The crows were very upset. They soon realized it would be the work of the snake. But they didn't know what to do to punish it. They considered of asking their friend, a wise fox, for help. With this thought, both of them went to the place of the wise fox. The fox welcomed her friends and said, "Both of you seem to be very sad. What happened?" The crows replied,
We are in a big problem. A snake is after us and he eats up our eggs. We seek your help in this matter.
They narrated the whole story to the fox. The fox was intelligent. She thought for a few minutes and then laid out a brilliant plan before them. She said, "Listen carefully and do it as per the plan. In the morning, go to the riverbank where the ladies of the royal family would be bathing. They keep their ornaments in a tray on the riverbank. The guards keep a watch on them from a distance." The fox then told them the rest of the plan. So, the next morning, the crows were ready with their plan. The crow couple flew to the riverbank. The female crow picked up a necklace and flew off, while the male crow shrieked loudly to attract the guards' attention. the guards ran after the crows. Soon they reached the tree where they saw the crows dropping the necklace into the snake hole. As the guards were trying to take the necklace out with the help of a stick, the snake came out of the hole. The snake hissed at them, and afraid of him, they killed the snake by sticks. They took the necklace and returned to their place. The crows were happy to see the sight from a distance. They thanked the fox for her help. Thereafter, the crow couple lived happily with their young ones in the banyan tree. Moral: intelligence is greater than strength. The Salt Merchant and his Donkey. Long ago, there lived a merchant. He used to deal in salt. He had a donkey who was very lazy and always hesitant of doing work. The merchant used to load the salt bags on the back of the donkey to sell in the market. On the way, there was a river. One day, the merchant and his donkey were on their way to the market. While crossing the river, the donkey accidentally slipped and fell into the river. A lot of salt in the bags got dissolved in the water. When the donkey got up, the load became very light. The donkey was happy. From that day, whenever the merchant and the donkey were on the bridge, the donkey knowingly slipped and fell into the river. The merchant was wise enough to know the donkey's trick. He thought, I must teach this donkey a lesson so that he doesn't do this again. The next day, the merchant loaded the donkey with sacks filled with cotton and set off for the market. As they were crossing the river, the donkey once again repeated the same trick. This time, the cotton absorbed the water, became heavier, and started pulling the donkey down with its weight. The donkey found it very hard to cross the river with a load of soaked cottons. The donkey eventually realized his mistake. He thought that it was not good to play tricks. The merchant had taught the donkey a good lesson. Moral: you can fool a person only few times, but not always.